Everybody, it's Doom here. We're in the 3.5 Monster Manual. We're on part 3 of the Rock, the ridiculously big, enormous bird that's easily the size of a building. And it's just so big. Like, it's 16 inches across, 80 foot across, and 30 or more foot from front to back. So this is the biggest thing I've made so far, I think, as far as like just sheer size. So I have been working a lot lately, and I haven't got to finish this, and I'm really sorry about that. But what I do have is some more foam, so we can do some wings, right? So what I was thinking, as we get further back here, let's start cutting these in half. I should say half-ish. So let's start working on these wings. Now, I think I'm going to end up doing a lot of this off camera, even though I've never really done that before, just because I don't know how exciting it is for you guys to watch me sit here and do this over and over again. I'm not doing anything new or creative. I'm just, making feathers over and over again. I think I can maybe do 4 of these at a time if I'm smart. If I'm smart. Probably could have been doing all these 4 at a time, really. Okay, I'm not smart, so we didn't have to worry about that being a problem. I don't know if I can do 4 at a time because I'm terrible at this. Sweet. And you don't want these to all be the same size. I wouldn't think. I would try to vary them up a little bit just to add some interest. I don't know. I mean, you probably don't even have to hot glue these. You could probably just oh, I'm having problems. You could probably just paint this with white glue and set these in place, but I'm not sure how sturdy it'll be, if we're being honest. It might be pretty sturdy, it might be terrible. Today we have kids D&D with the little boys and their friends. That'd be nice. Kids D&D. It's one of those things you just do it because you're the dad and you're a DM. It's not one of those things you particularly always enjoy. But I will tell you, if you go on our Discord, I have some little excerpts from their campaign. Some funny little, like, the one guy, I can't remember any of the names involved off the top of my head because it's been a few weeks since we played, almost a month really. But the dude's like, they all have these names like, rock strongmen and stuff, And they're sitting there and the one guy goes, well, now that we're friends, my friends call me this. And it's like even like more like, super machismo kind of name. I about died laughing. And then they all were like, yes, well, now that we're friends, my friends call me this. And they all 4 boys had some kind of thing their friends call them. Yeah, I just thought it was so funny. Mind you, these children are young. These are, the youngest player is 6, my youngest son. So funny. If I can remember to look for the next video, the next part of this ridiculous bird, we will do that. All right, now we're going to get real brave. I'm going to try to do 6 feathers this time. I am quite the rebel. I don't think I can cut 6. That's pushing it. Well, we can. We have the technology. Nice. This will definitely speed it up. I can lift this up if y'all need me to, so you can see it a little better. This thing is enormous. I don't know where I'm going to keep this. One of the big problems is I make all this stuff. I have nowhere to keep it. Mrs. Doom is probably getting very frustrated. Mrs. Doom, I've been making the monster manual for a while. Mrs. Doom has been a good sport about it, but I feel like it's getting... Cardstock might be the better way to go on the rest of the wings than using this foam as I'm looking at it, because the cardstock's probably a lot lighter than the foam, I would guess. And honestly, the cardstock will give the wings more structure so they don't bow so much. I kind of like the way they're down, like he's in the middle of a down flap or something, and I'm okay with that. I'm not brave enough to try 5 yet. Everybody wants to be a giant bird, but I don't want to be a giant bird. I just want to be a guy who makes giant birds on the YouTubes. Alright, let's make sure you kind of get those where they need to be, because once you get them down, they're kind of down. Yeah, I glued my finger. I didn't hurt myself all day. That's a pretty... I did cut myself, though, the other night, but it's mostly healed. When I was doing that the cardstock things, I didn't realize it until I got upstairs, which is unfortunate for me. I've gotten much safer in my videos, because when I first started, I hurt myself all the time. I was always burning myself, cutting myself, and trying to cut down on the amount of injuries, because I don't want you guys to think it's good to hurt yourself. It's not. It's just I rush, and sometimes I look through the camera and just do other dumb things that don't help my cause. Man, I've been working a lot. I'll tell you what. Love paydays. Get all the bills taken care of. Have a little bit of money for some whatever, you know. Whatever the heck's going on. Who knows? I don't know anything. I'm going to slide it back this way now, since we're doing this side. Be a little easy. Oh, dude, I knew this from the start. Don't put it on the bird. Put it on the feather. Oh, crap, that one's way too far back. Now, in my head, I'm thinking of like cutting strips out of cardstock. Like a longer strip with a bunch of feathers on it. I'm not sure how hard that'd be to do. We can check that out in a moment, though. Oh, there we go. La la la. Oh my gosh. So, I don't know if you've been to school or college, but I was in a fraternity, and they call the person that's like your sponsor or whatever. For us, they called it a big. So, my big has been my friend for, my entire adult life. And we didn't speak for a few years when I was in the Army and stuff because, I was gone, and I didn't talk to a lot of people. I just kind of focused on my family and what I was doing in the military. But it's funny because we talk about like the silliest stuff. And the other night, just out of the blue, he like sent me like an adventure campaign idea, and it was the A Team. And as soon as I read it in my head, I heard dun 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 because you can't help it. And it was just super funny to me. He's actually done the majority of the like reading and checking how balanced things are, like before the play test for Tomorrow Comes Doom. Because I can't afford a real team of professionals, I just did the next best thing. Found somebody that's been playing D&D as long as I have, who is not a playtester. Because you need the playtesters can't be the ones reading this stuff because they're obviously gonna want things that they're like, oh, that's cool, that's fun, I can do that, and then they're gonna try to recommend things that might be a little less than balanced and stuff. Not to be a jerk to them. I mean, they just want to play and have fun. Don't get me wrong. All right, so here's my thought. So to come across that wing like that, something like this. Here we go. All right, that's too long. And then all right, that part's going to be harder. It'd probably be faster with a knife, but then I'll whap my finger half off. Yeah, it'd be a lot faster with a knife. All right. And then what I think is, it might actually be good to cut these all the way up so we can twist this and bend it some. Now, this is the first time I've done this. We'll be able to do this a little faster on the next one, I'm guessing. I think this is the last ridiculously giant bird in the monster manual. We had the large owl and the large eagle, and it's just getting, or giant owl, giant eagle, whatever they are. And it's just getting ridiculous. There's so many damn birds. Okay. There we go, something like that. Okay, we want to get that on there and smush it down. Something like that. That is not terrible. That could have been way worse. Where's the cardboard I cut for that piece? Oh, here we go. We'll use this. All right. Nope. You know what? I don't know if that's going to be any faster. Nah. All right, let's do it this way. I need to get some new knives, man. Oh, I still didn't get Mod Podge. Son of a damn it. Okay. Same deal. Just kind of spreading that out. Oh, pardon me. All right. Sweet. We're starting to make some progress. I didn't think about this. We do have to do something with the undersides. The underside, because we need little legs hanging down because these guys have legs. And also, I'm not real happy with this beak. And I don't know if I can freestyle thicken this up with hot glue to make it look a little more like how I want it to look. When that dries, I can try like bending it down some, because that looks more like a, I don't know, like something else. Like not what I want. All right, so we can make another panel of wings to go out to the edge here, but we need it to come down more. So what my thought is, let me get something to write with. All right, so okay, good. My thought is this. Okay. Something like that, maybe. I don't know. I kind of don't like the way that outside part is. That might work. Oh, had I been intelligent, something we don't have to worry about. I would have cut a template for the other side while I was at it. Oops. All right, I can't really see what I'm doing. Okay. Now for the top parts of the wings, I think we can just come across with a bunch of small pieces. The only reason I say that is because I think trying to accomplish those strips with the, oh, you can't see what I'm doing, accomplish those strips again along that curve is going to be a little tougher. So what I think I'm going to do is make a big mess on my floor. Okay, let's gather up all your little pieces. Then probably do a couple of these at a time. La 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 la. Would you heal if I asked you to heal? Would you bless if I requested this? Would you cast restoration if I had ability damage? Would you fight these trolls tonight? For anybody else that dungeon masters or game masters or runs games, this is a serious question. Do players just not like being healers unless they can be OP on top of it? Like, does nobody want to be like that integral part of the team that keeps everybody alive in the face of danger? What happened? There was a time where people were like, man, I'll be the healer. Now no one wants to be the healer. Everybody wants to be like the mysterious and sneaky, and I don't know. Seems weird that no one wants to be the healer anymore. Would you heal if I asked you to heal? Would you bless if I requested this? Would you cast restoration if I had ability damage? Will you fight some trolls tonight? Will you be my healer, baby? Take these debuffs away. Find a way to remove this curse. You can scare these ghosts away. Poop, 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 poop. Do, do, do. Poop, poop, poo, da, do. And a poop a doop boo, and a poop a doop boo, a poop poop boo da boo. Okay, I think that's enough to get us started for a bit here. Whoa! Alright, so we're going to start on the inside and work our way out. I guess. If I can learn how to operate a glue gun. All right, these are a little bit too long. I'm finding that out immediately. So we'll have to shorten these up some. And to do that, there we go. Oh, I'm burning my hand a little bit here. La 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 la, la 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 la. I'd like to thank all the new people buying Dungeon Swag miniatures from us. I don't know everybody's name and who watches the channel, but we have our new subscribers to the monthly miniature thing. The one-off sales aren't doing as well as we thought they would, but the monthly box is doing good, and I'm very appreciative of that. I assume a lot of you came from the channel here, because since pretty much since I had like 200 subscribers, it seems like that's made a difference. So I just want to thank you guys so much for buying our miniatures. I know a lot of YouTube channels are like, give me money for coffee or pay me for what I do. I do this for a hobby. I do this for fun. So for me, it's a little different. I didn't set out to do YouTube to make money. So the only way you can really help is by buying miniatures. I know people have asked me if I needed stuff. Hey, do you need whatever glue or? No, I don't. I mean, I work a job. I have a full-time job. I do. My Mrs. Doom now has a job too. I mean, we're not on here begging. We're just, I appreciate it. I do. And if something ever changed, I would not turn down the offer again. But nothing's changed. Things are better. I just don't want to be one of these people that's like on here like, help me, help me. I hate that. I don't like watching videos where people are begging and pleading. And, there's a certain amount of, what's the word I'm looking for? Entitlement. It's like, oh, I made a video, so now you have to give me money. Well, I don't think that's exactly how that works. I think how that works is I made a video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if somehow that does yield money, good. If people are like, hey, I'd like to give you money, good. Take it then if you want it. But that's not what I see. What I see is like, everyone's like, buy me a coffee, buy me a this, buy me a that, buy my stuff off this wish list. Like, whatever happened to working? This is a hobby for me. This isn't my job. I don't want this to be my job. It wouldn't be fun if it was my job. I don't know. I'm very bitter about it. There was this guy I watched years and years ago called, and this is, before I started making like this kind of stuff, This is when I was just kit bashing other miniatures and stuff back then. But there was a dude named Mela Terrain Tutor. And he literally did videos where he's like, my family is making me get a job if you don't give me money. And I'm thinking to myself, then that's an easy fix, dude. Get you a job. Too easy, man. Why would you not think that that's normal? Like, YouTube is abnormal. Like, having an income from the internet is not the majority of people. There's a ton of creators out there, and a ton of creators are not making money. Like, why would you get into this, like, as your plan for bucks? Like, I can see if it just worked out that way. Okay, cool. But don't come into YouTube thinking I'm going to be a big YouTuber and make a bunch of money. That doesn't make sense. There's such a small portion of people that are actually living off of that. If you look at all the creators out there, there's a ton of us. and many of them are way better than I am, and they're not even getting as many views as I get. You know, when I had like that 70,000 views message, I was like, you know, come on, dude, really? I'm just a dude in my basement. Why me? But there's people out there actively trying to make a life doing this that aren't. So why would you set out thinking this is your plan? What are you going to do when you grow up? I'm going to be a YouTuber. Yeah, my 8-year-old said that a couple years ago when he was like 6. I was like, yeah, okay, sure you are. Oh, well. I'm not going to tell him he can't, because you can do anything you put your mind to. You know, my second oldest said he was going to be a model and an actor. And you know what? He was. Turned out I was wrong and he was right. Well, I wasn't wrong. I didn't say he couldn't. I was just thinking that the odds were astronomical. You know what? When he got that first paycheck for a Sheets ad, and he's done other stuff since, I'm thinking to myself, wow, he looks a lot like me. Should I have been an actor or a model? No, I'm joking. I never thought that. I've been in movies. I've been in, there's a movie called We Were Soldiers Once, and it's based off a book called We Were Soldiers Once and Young, and Mel Gibson's in it. And I was on the set for that movie, helping the actors learn how to move like a soldier and stuff. And then I was asked to come back and be an extra. And I did it. And I didn't like it. The days were long and boring. And it wasn't exactly what I enjoyed. And I was a soldier at the time. And I had no desire to be anything but a soldier. So I didn't take it seriously. And then the guy like gave me his number and his contact information. He's like, hey, man, come, you know, if we're doing other stuff that you can help, you know. And then I just kind of blew him off. And I gave him my number, but my number has since changed many times. And not that I thought he would have called me back anyways, because in those situations, I think a lot of times the polite thing to do is to exchange information. But the reality is that, you know, there's a million people just like me out there that can do exactly what I did. You know, a million soldiers that are physically fit and smart and can, you know what I mean? I had nothing spectacular to bring to the table that was different or fancy in any form. So we're getting up on that time right here where we're going to have to call it, though. It's 40 minutes. A lot of people tell me 20 minutes. But you know what? I get distracted and I get talking and I get crafting and I lose track of time. Maybe I should start setting an alarm so you guys can hear an annoying buzz. Stop, Doom. You've gone too far. Mufasa. So anyways, if you like what I'm doing here on the channel, please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell icon, leave me a comment. Underneath the comments, or underneath the video, there will be a, what do you call it? A description. And in the description, you can find links to the website and the Discord. Join the Discord, show us what you're crafting. We're interested to see it. I know I am. Ascorbic is as well. And I think that if you look under this video, there's a guy named Tommy Cowan, and he's on the Discord, and he is interested in what you're making as well. I don't know if Tommy is or not. Are you, Tom? Who knows? You know, my brother's name's Tom, just so you know. I don't think you're my brother, but I do have a brother named Tom. My only brother. So anyways, yeah, we're coming up on that time, like I said. So if you want to buy miniatures to help us out, not this miniature, not these ones we're making here in the shop. No. High quality miniatures, resin miniatures, flexible, sturdy, high detail, beautiful miniatures. With just, look at the fur texture on the clothing and the fabric underneath down there. Can you see that? Beautiful. You know, these are just high quality, high detail, sturdy miniatures. You know, look at that. You can bend that all over the place with resin. Come on. Most of the time you get resin and it snaps. And if you want them for an inexpensive price, we have a monthly miniature box we do, where you get a box of themed miniatures sent to your house every month. It's usually monsters, once a year, maybe twice a year, depending on if there's a need. We do hero boxes, and you can fill up your table pretty quick and pretty inexpensively. Within a year, you'll have enough to run, you know, a pretty significant D&D campaign and not have the same miniature on the table every week. And they're fun to paint, and they're just amazing. If you look on the Discord, there's lots of pictures of ones that people painted on there you can look at and stuff. We sell some one-offs on the website, too. There are some discount codes you can check out in the link to the description. There's one on the Discord. And if you join our Discord, we'd love to see you there. Hey, thanks for watching.